So, you've experienced Fallout 4, the vanilla game, and now you want to know what it can be like modded. Welcome to Fallout 4 Mod Elation. Have fun. If you're scared of the dark, then you're going to need better headlamps, which is all well and good because thunderbolts and lightning are very, very frightening. Now, darker nights. As you can see, I've chosen the darkest option and the dark sky. It's making light sources a lot more pronounced. It's a very cool effect when you're going across the waste and you can see buildings just lit up by fires and bins, or fires in bins, should we say. It's also, I've chosen the automatic sneak adjustment, where the mod changes the NPC's ability to detect you automatically, hence the name. But if you don't want that, you can customize it to your own liking. You can have your NPCs, well, you can have them where they've had nothing but a diet of carrots and they can see you a mile away, or you can have them blind as bats. Either way, if you're thinking that the moonlight's a bit too strong, this mod's for you. Longa Light, and this is the 3 times the distance with shadows version that I'm using, because if darker skies and darker shadows are a thing, so is using a light. You're not going to wander around the Commonwealth not being able to see where you're going, or just like your enemies, you're going to have to partake in a very, very high carrot diet. And we don't all like eating that many carrots. However, as you can see, the shadow version is done very well. The light does reach a far further down into the distance than the vanilla light. And overall, it just adds to the feeling of being in the dark. Combat helmet illumination. Now, as you can see, there's a light behind my head, but if I go into first person, I have the power armor headlamp effect on combat armor, but it's not showing up properly. Why is this? Well, unfortunately it adds the effect to combat helmets, but you have to mod them first. So here's one I've already done earlier in Blue Peter fashion, and there you go. First and third person view with the light where it should be, and it even works with the extended Longa Light mod that I've just shown. Now, I'm going to go inside and bore you to death with the details. There we can see my destroyer's helmet that hasn't been modded yet. You have a headlight, or should I say headlamp option now, and you can choose any of them. Once you've done it, it basically knows where the light should be on the helmet now. It won't just, you'll have the effect before you mod the helmet, but as you saw, the light won't actually be attached to the helmet. Whereas now, go and put it on, destroy our helmet, and turn it on. Ta-da! You now have a headlamp on combat armor, because after all, there is a light on combat armor. This should have really been in there with vanilla. And you can wander around to your heart's content. Third and first person view. Just remember to mod it so that the light is where it should be. Life is like a... No, only joking. This is True Storm's Wasteland Edition, and forgive Rick for sitting at a... well, it's a plane terminal, not a bus stop. However, this is True Storm's Wasteland Edition, as I just said, and I could have montaged the poo out of it, or I could give you, the viewers, a few seconds of every weather cycle I could find depending on the areas I visited. As you can see, some nice bright sunshine, which then turns into some nice heavy rain. And yes, I know the protagonist's son is called Sean, and there's bound to be a joke Sean heavy rain mod out there somewhere eventually. Press this button to shout Sean. Yes. Now back to some overcast but dry weather. And now, the lovely thick fog that this adds. This mod, it does add much flavour to the wasteland in terms of the weather. You really do feel like there's just more than 3 or 4 types of weather that repeat themselves every 5 minutes. And you can set up the length of time you want these weather cycles to last. Now I left them on vanilla rate in order to have them pop up more often for recording purposes, but if I was playing, I would leave them on the altered version, which keeps the weather. You only really get 2 lots of weather cycles per 24 hour, and they last a lot longer. So if you get a sunny day, it'll be sunny for the whole time the sun's out. You know what I mean, the daylight's out. If you get a raining day, it'll last all day. Fog will probably last all day or most of the day, that sort of thing. And as you can see, rad storms last a lot longer too. You can also increase the amount of radiation you receive from radiation storms and the glowing sea, which is where we go next. Now here we are at night in the glowing sea, which has had some nice new effects added as well, like floating particles, more eeriness. Yes, it really does feel quite a dangerous place now. Not that it didn't before, but to illustrate the point, Rick's jumped out of his power armor with no suit on and plus 13 rads a second. I can't remember if I had this on ×2 or ×3, but it goes all the way up to 6 times as fast radiation. Unless they've altered it again, but it was 6 times as fast last time I checked. Yes, radiation in the glowing sea is going to be a much bigger problem. So, with that in mind, what can you expect? Well, if you've got the darker nights still installed like I have, and you've got the bad weather and you've got your headlamps, these are the sort of mods, these 4 mods are the sort of mods you're going to need to make the new survival mode feel complete. Because once you add in hunger, thirst, tiredness, disease and all the rest of it, oh dear, it's going to feel quite bad. I hope you've enjoyed. And so we must bid farewell. If you're wondering what other mods I've covered, you can find these by clicking the links for the playlists at the end of each mod Elation video. There you will find the mod categories. However, if the mod you're looking for isn't there, by all means suggest mods for me to review. So until we meet again, until we see each other on another of my videos, have fun, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.